Hey guys, Bob Moses here, and today we are playing San Andreas Multiplayer on the Welcome to Los Santos 2 server, and we're going to be talking all about the best ways to earn XP. I have done an XP video before, but it was the first video I ever did, so I thought it was kind of time to redo that. So the first thing about earning XP is just remember to use your boost. I have done a video on boost, so you can check that out, and I usually run an XP and RP boost. And the best time to earn XP is going to be either when there's a bonus on, like now, or over the weekend, which is when they tend to do like a double XP and RP. Now, the thing is, in this game, basically anything you interact with is going to give you XP. So I would really encourage you to just interact with your environment. That's kind of my first tip, is as you're heading around the city, feel free to use the dealers, give money to the homeless, use other players for hot dogs and ice creams when they're doing their jobs, and basically just experiment with different aspects of the game. And there's some cool little things hidden around, so the more you play, the more you interact with, the better it's going to be for you. And really, there's just so many ways to earn XP. Now, this is not going to be the best way to earn XP because they're quite ad hoc as you go through. But every little interaction you have is going to earn XP, and with a boost, it's going to make your life a lot easier. Well, one of the best ways to earn XP consistently is going to be to do jobs. So to do jobs, you're going to get in a vehicle, you're going to do whatever it says you need to do. And if we go /jobs, we can go have a look at the different jobs to see how much XP they earn. But I would say don't look at the absolute XP earning per job, because even though something like that drug courier earns a lot of XP, it's going to take you forever to actually do the job. So yes, you're going to earn a lot per job, but it's going to take you a long time to do it. So I would say rather have a look at how quickly you can do jobs versus the XP that you earn, and I'm going to walk through what I think are the 3 best jobs for earning XP. So the first job we're going to have a look at is burglary jobs, and this was actually recommended to me by my friend Ducky, so thanks for that. And basically, the burglar job is actually, there's quite a lot of little tricks to it, so I'll probably do a video on that by itself in the future. But essentially, what you're going to want to do is get in a burglary box full, and then drive down to a house, which it will indicate on the map. You're going to go in that house, you're going to rob it for all of the different items, put it in the back of the van, and drive it back to the lockup, and you're going to get paid. You're going to pick up stars for that, so there is a bit of a higher risk, higher reward associated to it. But once you're inside the house, there's very often a safe that you can crack as well, and that safe is going to give you a little bit of extra XP too. And sometimes you'll find items lying on the floor, like some cash or bonds or something like that. So take everything you can, crack the safe, and once you head back to the lockup, you can see I'm earning 600 XP, which is a lot. You can also do the job with other players to make it faster. So if you do it out in San Fierro, that's going to be the fastest place to do it. You're really going to find yourself earning quite a lot of XP quite quickly, with a relatively low risk of getting arrested out in San Fierro. The next job we're going to have a look at is taxi drivers. Now, driving a taxi is probably the most recommended job for XP and RP. I said recommended a lot in the chat, and it is a really good way of earning both XP and RP. So there's kind of 2 ways to earn XP from a taxi job. The first one is to do the actual job itself. So if you get inside either a cabbie or a taxi, I would recommend doing this down in Los Santos because there's the most people. Essentially, once you start the job and the light goes on the taxi, you're going to hang around. You're either going to wait for people to phone in for a taxi, or you're just going to hang around and wait for people to get in and select a destination. Once they've selected that destination, you're going to go and you're going to drop them off, and you're going to earn a fair chunk of XP and RP for doing that. The only problem with this job is it can be a little hit and miss as to how many clients you get or customers. So you're going to have to hang around. I usually hang around Jefferson Hospital, so when people who die, then I give them a lift to ammunition or something like that. Or hanging around Pershing are the 2 most common places to wait for clients. But it can, like I said, it can be hit and miss. There can be other taxi drivers who can take your fare, and also sometimes people don't need a taxi. So it is a really good per job earnings, and you can smash them out quite quickly but if it's a slow night, you're not really going to make all that much XP. So just bear that in mind. The other way that you can earn XP from the taxi job is to actually call the taxi yourself or use the taxi. And you're going to do this by going /taxi, we'll call in a taxi, and then a taxi driver can come collect you if there is one available. Or if you see one parked at Pershing or the hospital, just go hop in the car and select your destination and it will take you there. I have spoken about this in previous videos. I really do recommend using the taxis wherever possible. It really is a quick and easy way of making a lot of XP and RP for doing literally nothing. Then the last job that we're going to look at is what I think is probably the best job for earning XP, and that is going to be police work. Now, police work has a lot of prerequisites, so you need 3 different licenses, you need a gun license, you need 50 security jobs, so there's quite a lot you need to do before you can even do the police job. But the earning potential both in money and XP is actually quite insane. And I'm just going to leave a clip on which is completely unedited. It's just one stretch of police work I did, and you can see that I really earned a lot of money and XP for doing very, very little work. So it can be a little hit and miss like the taxi, so it depends on how many criminals are around. It also depends on how many other police officers are around. So when you got a lot of cops on, like I had that night, it becomes super easy to do a lot of arrests. The only real problem is that I think you can only be a passenger or driver of the car for like something like 5 arrests, and after that you need to do one yourself. So you actually are going to have to get out of the car and make a bust yourself. But otherwise you could just hang around, earn some easy money just following cops around or ramming people who are trying to get away. And I actually find it's a lot of fun. So I have kind of mixed opinions about police a lot of the time, but I will admit that doing actual police work can be a lot of fun. And yeah, I would recommend checking that out if you haven't checked it out yet. I can't really think of another job at least, that's going to earn you as much XP as this in such a quick time. But yeah, let me know down in the comments if you can think of any other really good jobs for earning XP. Then just to break the pace from jobs, gonna have a look at hidden wallets, or lost wallets. So this has been a relatively new addition to the server, and if you look very closely on the ground, sometimes you'll find a wallet that has been dropped, just this little square. You can pick that up, you can steal some money from a credit card inside it, but you can also go drop them off at the police station. Now, unfortunately, I can't remember how many I had in my inventory, but I think you can drop off up to 10, so you can have like 10 wallets and you don't have to drop them off one at a time. And if you go into a police station, you can hand them in, and you can see that I earned an absolute ton of XP doing that. So I would recommend just keeping your eye open. When you see a wallet, pick it up. I wouldn't bother using the credit card, just go and drop it off at the police station and earn a serious whack of XP. Then the next thing we're going to have a look at is storage wars. Now, if you've ever watched my streams, you know I'm a big fan of storage wars. I do have a video on that, although it does need a bit of an update because there has been some changes to the way storage wars work. And essentially, if you've never done a storage locker before, check out my video, I'll give you some more information. But all over the map, there are different storage lockers that will go on auction from time to time throughout the day. And if you go in and place a bid, you're going to earn quite a lot of XP and RP. And what I like about storage lockers is once you get good at it, you can earn quite a lot of money from it, but you don't even need to actually win the locker in order to get the XP and the RP from it. So just go inside a storage locker whenever you see ones on auction, simply place one bet. It will cost you like 5,000 or something, and then leave. You don't even have to hang around until the end of the auction. You can just carry on with your day. So pop in, make a bid, and then leave. And then once that auction's over, because the NPCs or other players will bid, and then you won't have spent any money, and then you can earn some serious XP from that. And it is quite fun when you get good at it. It's a bit of a challenge, but I really like it, and you should check out my video if you haven't. Next, we're going to talk about gangs, and gangs is probably the highest risk-reward thing you're going to get in the game. So there is the potential to earn a huge amount of money and XP doing gang turfing, but there is also the risk of getting killed by the gang members or rival gangs. So all you need to do for turfing is once you've joined a gang, I won't go into a lot of detail, but you're going to join a gang. You can check out my new start guide as to how to do that. And you're going to join, you're going to do your turf, and every time you win a turf, you're going to earn, well, in this video, I was earning over 100,000 cash and then a couple of hundred XP with that. And if you're in a good gang that's turfing well and putting in double turfs or triple turfs, and that means to be doing turfs next to each other, you can really earn a huge amount of XP super quickly doing gang stuff. You can also kill rival gang members, and you only earn 50 XP, I think, for this, which seems a little low. I think it should be worth more because it's not easy to kill people a lot of the time. And that's another way that you can increase your earnings. But you do need to be careful because you can get killed, and you actually will get killed during gang work. So don't be like me sending out chats in the middle of the road. Just keep focused, and yeah, there's really good cash to earn and XP. So another relatively new addition to the server is car meets. I will do a video on this in the future, just go into a bit more information about how the car meets work and what's my strategy for winning. But when you're in a car meet, whether you're entering a car or not, you can vote for a car, you can give it a rating. You're going to earn more XP for giving a positive rating than a negative rating. So all I usually do is kind of just jump on top of the cars and try and hop along and do my votes. I will speed this clip up a little bit. Car meets can be pretty chaotic, so I actually don't really even enjoy going down to them because they're a bit crazy. My game often crashes while I'm doing it, but it is a really good way to earn the XP. There are 2 car meets per day at 2 p.m. and 8 p.m. server time, and depending on how busy the server is, you'll usually get at least 25 to 30 players in there. You can see we have 50 players in today's car meet, so they do get really busy, and you know, I'm earning 90 XP per vote, you know, and if I did times that by 49, it's a lot of XP you're going to earn per car meet. It can be, like I said, a bit chaotic to actually get to each of the cars, but I do recommend it. It's a good way to earn both XP and RP, so check it out if you haven't done so already. Events and mini games are a really good way to earn XP as well. So if you keep an eye on the chat, you will see it comes up in like a turquoise or a light blue writing. There are different events. They can be a bit hit and miss in terms of the duration of events and the likelihood of winning. So they're not the best way of earning XP, but they can be a lot of fun. So they do offer a nice break to the normal pace of the game, but there's also potential to earn quite a lot of money and quite a lot of XP. The mini games like golf, triathlon, derbies offer a lot more XP. So if you really want to farm them out, I would recommend doing the mini games, so basketball and those kind of things. And for me, the gold standard in mini games is going to be the Destruction Derby, particularly the Carmageddon. I did talk about this in my new start guide as well, and this is really the easiest way to farm out XP. So you're just going to go to this location in Las Venturas. You're going to start it for 10k. And I wouldn't really worry about the money, because if you do enough of them, you are going to win. Just by sheer luck, you'll win one of these Carmageddons, and you're going to earn a huge amount of XP really, really quickly for winning. And you even earn quite a lot of XP for losing as well. So don't worry if you lose, you're still going to earn a few 100,000. And if you really want to farm them out, Destruction Derby is going to be the way to do that. And then finally, just a quick honorable mention for 2 other items. First one being Heists. I don't think I could do an XP guide without talking about Heists. It's a really good way of earning XP. There is a cooldown between Heists, so you're not going to be able to farm them out as quickly as you can or grind them out as quickly as you can for some of the other XP items on this list, but it is still a really good way to earn XP. And likewise, CEO work is a good way to do that as well. So if you're a member of an organization, I would recommend doing your CEO work as often as you can, and that's going to be the best way to earn XP. If there's anything I've missed and any good ways of earning XP that you'd like to recommend, please leave a comment down below. I would be really interested to check that out. I'll pin the best one that I see periodically. And until next time, this is going to be Bob Moses signing out for SAMP Stories.